A prince or a princess played with this toy some 4,500 years ago. It's from a Sumerian dollhouse. It was stolen from the ruins of a city between the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers in what is now Iraq. Surveillance from the air does little to prevent the thefts committed mostly by Iraqi gangs who've been plundering antiquities since the beginning of the war in Iraq. This small chalice is one of the oldest surviving gold finds ever. An archaeologist working for the German customs office, Michael Müller-Karpe, believes the stolen artifact was sold for some 10 million euros and probably came from an illegal excavation in Iraq, digs which are destroying the country's archaeological sites.
It's complete destruction. You have to imagine this is where the people lived who invented the written word and laid the foundations of our civilization. And everything we can learn about those people was stored in these ancient settlements.
The Iraqi state regards the items as its rightful property. The Iraqi embassy in Berlin has sued the German auction house where the artifact was last sold.
Iraq and Germany have had close ties for many years, and I think this relationship will help us resolve the issue. We hope that the German authorities will take the first step towards effecting the return of the gold artifact.
The Foreign Ministry in Berlin is withholding comment. It says it does not want to and indeed cannot interfere in a case that is now before the courts. The archaeologist from Mainz is convinced that most of the items on offer in auction catalogs are stolen. Their origins are often not made clear.
They're simply labeled Mesopotamia or Babylonia or Assyria. Legally obtained objects have a specific site of origin. With illegal objects, the source isn't mentioned for a good reason.
German law forbids trading in stolen art. But it's not easy to prove that a piece was acquired illegally. A young Orientalist from Berlin, Daniel Gerlach, spent months tracking plundered art from the Middle East to Europe. He was confronted with many obstacles, especially in Germany.
The authorities really need to change how they think. In part, they're simply overwhelmed. Some of these people responsible have no experience with such cases. They are average customs officials who are dealing with art and antiquities for the first time. Sometimes I get the impression that politically the aim is to keep public attention away from this issue.
The attorney for the Association of German Antique Dealers says this allegation is nonsense. She denies that $1 billion worth of stolen antiquities are sold each year. She says Germany is not one of the world's top sites for selling stolen Iraqi art.
It would be important and desirable not only for the art trade in Germany, but also for everyone involved, if people argued logically and didn't spout off figures that have no bearing on reality. Of course, art dealers want to earn money, but most of them became traders because they feel a special affinity for art and are interested in preventing works of art from being destroyed.
The archaeologist says he's struggling against powerful foes from the best of circles. He's made the task of stopping illegal excavations and the trade in art of dubious origins his life's vocation.
In Germany, fencing stolen goods is a punishable offense. If you buy a stolen car radio, you're punished. But if you buy a stolen cylinder seal or clay tablet, you are not charged. You're celebrated as fostering science when you publicly exhibit the stolen item. That's just not right.
So far, nothing is stopping the sellout of the world cultural heritage from Iraq. The buyers are not just from Germany. They're also in New York, London, and Switzerland. And while auctions continue, the invaluable archives of humanity's heritage are destroyed forever.